Hello again, it's me, Rodney Wayne Jackson. I want to say hello, YouTube. It's been a little while since my last video about Janet Jackson, but we're going to talk about all of that. We're also, listen, my neighbor downstairs has a motorcycle that I want to ride. And I'll let you know, maybe on an upcoming YouTube video, I can talk to my neighbor about taking me for a ride on the motorcycle, and we can do a video on that, and he can kind of explain to us what kind of motorcycle it is and what, inspires someone to want to ride such a fast machine. But anyway, back to the video. Okay, so I am not going to keep you guys long today at all. I want to make this a very shorter video. But there are some serious things that I want to talk to you guys about today. I think the first thing that I want to talk to you about today is my YouTube channel, okay? That is the proverbial topic that has been permeating my existence, my mind for years. I've been at this YouTube thing since before 2018. Let's see, I filmed Dark Child in 2012. So over 10 years, and my channel is still not monetized. And, that's remarkable. Not in the sense that it's not monetized as much as in the sense that you would think that it would be by now, okay? And there are a lot of reasons for that. And if I want to be point blank honest, sometimes we try to do too much, okay? And I think that this is where a lot of people kind of fall by the wayside, if you will, for lack of a better analogy. Because we get so excited. I was so excited about starting YouTube and how it was going to revolutionize my life and the money I was going to make and, be able to do some things for my spouse and friends and family, those kinds of things, and change the world. I think we all kind of get wrapped up and caught up in wanting to do some great things with social media. And then we get into the nuts and bolts of it, the editing, the search for viable topics, and life gets in the way too, and it kind of loses some of its glamour, its limerence, the limerence fades. So in thinking about all of that, I've decided to change directions, and I wanted to start back at the beginning, if you will, okay? I had purposely chose this setting. This is kind of my studio, and you've probably seen me perform and sing a lot of songs and do YouTube videos with my spouse, Andy, from this location. And the reason why I wanted to start here is because, as you can see over here, there's a book, Madonna, by Daryl Islia and Eddie Feigl. And there's not a lot of people who have this book. And we're going to actually be doing some reading out of this book. I'm going to have days of the week or day of the week where I do reading. There's also this beautiful Ralph Lauren book. And I'm going to be providing links to both of these books once I set that up. Not necessarily under this video, but I want to be able to provide links for you guys to be able to get these books. But I want to go through them with you because there are lessons there to be learned that we can all benefit from. I have been thinking a lot about what value I could bring to the YouTube arena. And I do know that these two people are who they are and what they are, because collectively and individually, they have brought value to our lives, mine especially. Ralph Lauren inspired me in high school to want to be a fashion designer. Of course, Madonna inspired me to want to sing, to want to use my voice for higher good. to use my voice to elevate mankind, man consciousness, those kinds of things. You know, all of the dreams and illusions we're under when we're young. We feel like we can do anything and take on the world. So getting back to the value that I can bring to YouTube, it's kind of like, again, when Madonna started out, she couldn't dance like Whitney. I'm sorry, like Whitney. She could dance like Whitney. Child, we all could dance like Whitney. Whitney wasn't a dancer, but she was one hell of a singer. Love you, baby. Madonna couldn't dance like Michael, and she couldn't sing like Whitney. But what she did do, she figured she would do, is outwork them on a lot of levels. Madonna, and I know I'm gonna get flack for that. People are gonna be like, she didn't outwork Michael, in the sense that she monetized her brand differently, and I would venture to say more effectively than Michael. Now, Michael sold albums, but as far as clothing lines, jewelry lines, you know, skincare, health clubs, hospitals, those kinds of things is what I mean. And then as far as, of course, not being able to sing like Whitney, but again, she used the talent that she had and really marketed it and elevated it to a level that is still outstanding even today. So that being said, what can Rodney bring? Who is Rodney? Who is Rodney? Who is this guy that sings and goes to concerts and sings the national anthem at sporting events, et cetera, has a picture? Why does this guy have a picture of Mariah Carey on his YouTube channel, on his YouTube, heading, banner, what have you? Well, I'm gonna do a video about that. I actually met Mariah Carey, sang for Mariah Carey, and negotiated or was led to her record people for what I was under the impression was a record deal. But we're gonna talk about that. That's a whole separate video. But yes, I did meet Mariah Carey, okay? The real Mariah Carey. So I'm gonna talk about what that was like and how that changed my life, because it did in a lot of ways. Okay, so again, what I bring to the table is that 56 years old experience. And it took me some time to figure that out, because again, I'm not the best singer. Yes, I sing in 4 octaves. I've been trained classically since 4th grade, went to Hardin-Simmons University on a 4-year vocal scholarship for classical music. And I have performed at the Majestic Theater in Dallas, Texas, the Meyerson Symphony Center in Dallas, Texas. I have performed at the Anatole Hotel here. So I performed at some and toured the country, and I'm gonna talk about that as well with Lisa Ray McCoy. I don't know if you know her or not. She starred in Spike, I'm sorry, I was gonna say Spike Lee. She starred in Ice Cube's, not Ice-T, but Ice Cube's Players Club. Also Bernadette Stanis, who is Thelma from Good Times. I toured with her. Also cameo, Confunction, Howard Hewitt from the R&B group Shalimar. David Peaston, God rest his soul. Multiple Apollo Amateur Night winner who went on to have a very established career in the R&B music scene. So I'm gonna be bringing all of that to the table, and not just telling you about it to impress you, but to impress upon you the lessons that can be learned from my adventures and my life. Also, I have a 27-year marriage. So I will be sharing lessons from those 27 years, because I know that there's something in there that all of you can benefit from, but I can't do it without you. I won't do it without you, okay? So what I want you to do under this video is give me some ideas on what you would like to see. Instead of me just starting, because I feel like I'm starting over and just guessing at what my public wants, my people want, my 145-ish, because it varies from 144 to 145, what you would like to see, okay? What would you like to see? What would you like to hear? I'm also working on music. As you know, if you don't know, you should know. I have music streaming on all the major platforms under Rodney Wayne Jackson, Timeless, Dark Child. Dark Child has the Spanish rap mix, and Timeless has the Purple Prince mix. So check those out. There will be more music to come. What I really want this channel to be is a place where Black, white, brown, straight, gay, Republican, Democrat, immigrant, you know, naturally born and bred citizen, what have you, can come and commune. And I know that's a tall order, because it would be so easy for me to build a brand through isolation. And I have seen enough of those channels where every time you hear from them, all the lives talk about who they're beefing with, who, you know, ticked them off, who disrespected them, who this, who that, who talked about their mom, their children, their this, their that. We've all had enough of that. And I'm hoping and praying that we as a country are about to turn the page, turn the corner on this constant back and forth, this separation. Because I know that as a people, as Americans, we have more in common than we do different. We all want to show up and be the best version of ourselves, even if that's doing something illegal. I mean, even criminals want to do the best they can and get as much bounty and booty, and I mean booty as in the pirates, not booty as in booty, but booty and bounty as they can. And that goes for people like myself who follow the dictates of the law. I also know, and I've talked to enough of you out there at live events, at concerts, and you have given me feedback, which lets me know that you want the best for your family, for your children, for your spouse. We all want the best in some shape, form, or fashion, okay? That's the tie that binds us together. We have been blessed with a beautiful country, with everything. I mean, we got 17 kinds of cheese. Watch Borat. You know, the extras on Borat, and he goes in and is astounded by how much cheese is out there at the grocery store. And why can't we get along? You know, we make so much about this thing called skin, the epidermis. I mean, all you have to do is take a little pin and barely stick it to your face or stick it in your thumb, and you realize how quickly you go through that layer. So why do we allow something so damn trivial to cause us to separate when we need each other? We ebb and flow with the plants, with the animals, with the very air that we breathe. Most of our body is composed of the water that's in abundance on this planet. You know, whether you believe in evolution or you believe in 7 days of, you know, a miraculous creation, still something greater than ourselves gave us this gift of this planet. And this is what we do with it. Just constantly fighting over nothing. None of this stuff is going with us, people. So you're going to fight And you're going to destroy someone else's life for another house, for another car payment, for another pair of jeans, another pair of shoes that once you become 60, 70, 80 years old, you're going to have to get rid of it anyway. You're going to have to downsize. So it's funny because we go through all of this to get all these things to get in a house where we then have to downsize and either give it away, try to sell it, etc., etc., etc. And in the meantime, our mental health suffers. Okay? So these are the things I want to talk about. Now, I want to have fun. We're going to have fun here. I want to have fun. My ultimate goal is to set up a subscription to where you will have access to me and my husband as far as giving advice on your relationship. Now, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I am looking into getting licensed, but right now I'm not. But what I can bring is value to your existence based on my own experience, okay? I have 4 years of college. My husband has 6. But again, I'm saying I'm not a licensed therapist. Not yet. So anyway, I wanted to also talk about Trump versus Kamala, okay? And I say versus because, Lord, it's just going back and forth, back and forth. Now, I'm not here and I'm not going to bash Donald Trump. I'm not, that's not what this channel is about. I'm a veteran. I joined the Navy in 1987 to 1993, really in 1986. And I served in the college reserve program. I say college reserve because I joined for the GI Bill to be able to go to college, Hardin-Simmons. And I take very seriously what people say about this country and about the commander-in-chief because I was trained in the Navy and they instilled in me, whether you agree with the commander-in-chief or not, you respect him. So I'm not going to be talking negative. Do I agree with everything Donald Trump does? No, I don't agree with everything any president does. But I respect the office and I respect the country. And I think you can give critique in a respectful, professional manner without going for the jugular. And I know people love mess. People love mess. But that's not what this channel is about. And if you want that kind of derogatory, condescending, reductive content, then this isn't the channel for you. Because I want this channel, Rodney Wayne Jackson, and I'm going to be changing the name, and I'm also creating an LLC behind it. I want my channel to be a safe, soft place to fall, okay? Because there are a lot of you out there that are hurting. You know, when I go out there and I perform and I sing, even at this last Janet Jackson concert, I talked to so many beautiful people, so many beautiful women especially, so many beautiful ladies. And I love beautiful ladies. I mean, I do. I can be, you know, with a male spouse and still very much love women. But anyway, a lot of the women expressed to me the pain, the sorrow of not having a significant other like I do. So we're going to be talking about that too. Women, my ladies, whether or not you're driving a Toyota or a Mercedes, I want you to know that you're welcome here, okay? And I want to build something greater than myself, something that will stand the test of time, because I have a lot that I want to say and a lot that's going on in my life. And, you know, I was going to be selfish about it. I'm the kind of person where I don't like to ask for help, and I like to fix it all up and clean it all up and get it all pretty and then present it to the world. Sometimes life isn't pretty. Sometimes it's sloppy, it's messy. Sometimes we do the best we can and it still may not be enough. And I'm going to talk to you more about that because a lot of you know that my spouse and I have been looking for a home. And that has been the most challenging thing I have ever done in my life. Housing, period, has been the most challenging. And I promise y'all, I promise you, that I have given my all. When I tell you, I've given my all, y'all, to find a nice, beautiful home, to purchase, to sustain a beautiful rental. And y'all, it has been, like I said, that's a whole nother video. We're not going to get into that tonight. But you've got to stay tuned to this channel. Rodney Wayne Jackson is what it's called now. But you've got to stay tuned because there's a lot of things. Some of it you'll believe. Some of you going to be like, no way. But what I'm going to tell you right now is I am a sane, sober, prudent individual. Anybody that knows me, that really knows me. I'm not talking about people who, what they've heard, made up, propagated, fabricated. I'm talking about the people from Abilene, where I'm from, Pasadena, Cooper High School, Hardin. These people, my family, they know who I am. My husband knows who I am. And I don't embellish. I don't make things up because if I was that kind of person, I would already be monetized. I would, but I don't. So some of the stuff you won't believe, but what I won't do is lie. I won't lie on myself. I won't lie on you. I won't lie on another human being. Anything I tell you, I will have receipts. Okay? Anything that I bring on this channel, I will have links, sources, receipts, interviews, documents, the actual person, all the above. Okay, so moving on, because I want to get to this. I already said I wasn't going to keep y'all, and I think I'm at the 22-minute mark. Okay, so Black men and 2025. That's going to be another video. I want to talk about 2025 because I'm getting ready to vote. I will be voting on Wednesday. And for the first time in my life, in my voting life, I really know that this time is extremely significant because my vote is really going to matter. And me not voting or voting for the wrong party could affect my life, especially as a Black man, with Project 2025. And that's all I'm going to say about that today. But on Wednesday, when I go vote, we're going to be talking about that. And I just might tell you who I voted for. It might surprise you. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is Liam Payne, the former singer of the group One Direction, who recently passed away in Argentina, allegedly. Now, I'm not one, like I said, to spread rumor, but it is being reported, okay, on a lot of the news outlets, okay, and ABC4.com, they stated that pink cocaine was in his system. Child, I'm here to tell you. Oh! Now, I'm not making light of his death, but I had to look it up. I didn't know what pink cocaine was, baby. I thought I was well-versed on it, on everything in social media. Anyway. No, but seriously, I had to look it up. I didn't know what pink cocaine was. I was like, is that yayo to the wayo to the... I didn't know what it was. I really didn't. So I did do a little homework, y'all, because I do's my work. Like Precious said, I do's my work. Miss Lichtenstein. But anywho, it is pink cocaine is a combination of ketamine, which is referred on the streets as K, 2CB, also referred to as 2C, found that out, MDMA, and caffeine, according to the National Poison Control Center. Okay. So, pink cocaine doesn't actually have cocaine. Because, see, I was thinking maybe it was... Okay, I'm not laughing. This is not funny. But I was thinking that maybe pink cocaine was what the gays were selling. And I know, listen, this is not a laughing matter, but I want to inject some humor because this is a very tough subject. But I really did think that pink cocaine was what the girls were selling, because, you know, they got to be a little extra. But no, it's not. Pink cocaine doesn't actually have cocaine in it, and it's very serious. And so that brings me to my last topic, and I want to get real serious with you out there, okay? Because if this video saves one life, okay? You don't have to go far to see that a lot of young people are taking their lives, okay? A lot of young babies are taking their life. I'm 56 years old, so, you know, the 19, 20, those are babies to me. There's a high rate of suicide among the LGBTQIA, especially transgender. There's a high mortality rate for Black transgender females, or Black transgender women, if you will. And across the board, there's a lot of suicides, you know, TikTokers, et cetera, et cetera. There are babies as young as 12, deciding that they can't take this life. And what I don't understand, y'all, help me, Lord. We have everything over here. What is wrong that some child would take their own life? Really? This is the best we got as a nation, as a world? No baby, no child should feel that the only choice they have is to end their life. When we need every soul on the planet living their best life so that they can continue to come up with ideas and ingenuity that will make the world better for all of us. Isn't that what Martin Luther King wanted? Isn't that what the Kennedys died for? All of our ancestors. I don't care if you're from Guatemala. I don't care if you're from Nigeria. I don't care if you're from Ireland, Italy, Germany, France, Russia. All of our ancestors have died so we could have this life that we have right now. And this is what you do. You allow these babies to hurt so bad that they take their own life. That's unacceptable. And I don't care who know it. We can do better if we get off of our behinds and stop pointing fingers and take responsibility for your life. And I'm telling young people, especially in the music industry and the gay community, and women, take responsibility for where you place your body. Clubs have drugs. A lot of these concerts and raves, bars, find something better to do with your time. Really? What do you think is going to happen? You know, we're making a big deal about P. Diddy and R. Kelly and Weinstein and all of that. And yeah, that's deplorable. It is, absolutely. But ladies, come on. Take responsibility for where you put yourself. Going to these hotels at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, it's a no-no. If he can't do business with you at noon in a coffee shop, with your publicist or your manager, then there's something already wrong. You know, you go to these parties. Really? What do you think is going to happen? They're going to be baking cakes? No. Trading peach cobbler recipes? No. Take responsibility for your entourage. If you are not surrounding yourself with people who want more for you than you do yourself, you're with the wrong crowd. You want to surround yourself with people who are where you want to be, not where you are, and definitely not where you've been. Because this suicide could have been prevented. Where were the people? Now, everybody can come to these vigils and these memorials and cry and weep, but where were you when this child was hurting? Now, I do know that his ex-fiancée, she tried to get him help, and I'm not saying that his parents didn't. Trust me, I am not trying to throw anybody under the bus. But somebody failed that child. For every suicide, some counselor, some teacher, some parent, some uncle, some grandfather, somebody is failing these children. And I don't care who know it. Somebody failed Liam. And you can say all day, well, it's not our responsibility to keep him off drugs. Yes, it is. You are your brother's keeper. Somebody sold him that poison. They didn't say he was manufacturing. So it is your responsibility. If you see your neighbor hurting, when is the last time you guys have went and instead of buying Starbucks for a month or two, go take that money and buy some school supplies and give it to a neighbor? Just because your neighbor appears to be driving whatever doesn't mean they're not hurting. Everybody needs somebody. I need you. I can't build this YouTube channel, and I am determined to get it monetized because I've got things that need to be said and I need to be heard. And I know from my history, from all the end of life celebrations, all the 501c3s that I've contributed to and sang for free. Now I'm asking for mine, okay? I'm asking for mine. It's my time. I need a house so that I can have a proper studio because I know I have been out there in the field at the clubhouses talking to the 19, the 20-year-olds, not praying on them, but talking to them. And I know these people, these children, these kids are hurting. And not just kids, but adults. There are a lot of lonely, beautiful women in this world who want the man that I have. So what I'm saying is, America, okay, you go out and vote, and you vote with your conscience. You go vote. I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to vote for Donald Trump or not to vote for Kamala. I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to say, and I'm going to end it with this, even though I could keep going, if we don't get our stuff together, as a country, it's not going to matter if the Pope is in the White House, especially black people. And I'm going to say a little about my black people. Let me tell you something. Baby, I'm going to do videos on the corporate infrastructure. So black people, let me tell you something. This Project 2025, baby, let me tell you something, could be the nail in a lot of girls' coffins that are my color. Okay? So what I'm saying is if we don't start as a country, as a people, taking care of each other, it's not the government's responsibility to do everything that we could do. If Jeff Bezos can start Amazon, black people can't get together and start something like that and fund our own schools and take care of our own. You know, I'm not trying to be separatist or anything, but charity begins at home. And the more we do for ourselves, the less the government and everybody else has to do it. And that goes for all of us, all people. I mean, I believe in the government, but I don't believe the government should have to do everything. My nose is itching, y'all. I ain't on nothing. So what I'm saying is this. Guys, it's time to stop the madness. We've got to learn to love each other. Wow. So anyway, y'all can tell that I'm passionate about that. But seriously, people, seriously, it's time out for a lot of this nonsense. And you know what? I'm almost sick of this election. I hate to say it. I'm almost sick of it. Because it's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and Trump this and Kamala that. And, you know, she's not black and he's not, he's a criminal and he's not fit and he's all right already. Okay, got it. So that's supposed to make me vote for one or the other? So what I'm saying is I want us to find a better way to deal with each other because we all have feelings, people. We all have feelings. And that's what binds us together. And I want to see us truly come into our own in the sense that we treat our brothers the way we want to be treated. Okay? Seriously. As Americans, we're supposed to be, you know, leaders, people. America is supposed to be the mountaintop experience, as quiet as it's kept for a lot of people. And I'm not taking away from any other nation, but a lot of immigrants come over here and are able to live a better life than they did in their own countries. And as they should. You know, I'm okay with that. But also, I want the people who are born and bred here to get it together too. Because we all have to get there together. Because there's a lot of disparity going back and forth on that. That's another video. Okay, so let me wrap this up. Because, baby, I've been talking a little bit longer than I had imagined. But seriously, YouTube, let me scoot in, okay? I need your help. Like and subscribe. I got to get this channel monetized. Like I said, my husband's like, listen, you better get that channel monetized because I'm tired of you and YouTube. So anyway, like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. If you don't do nothing but say you're black, dirty, low down mud, then leave that. Y'all better be nice in the comments. But no, seriously, go ahead and say what you feel. Be respectful, but let me know how you feel. Do you love? Oh, I can't sing that. Anyway, all right. I love you guys. And I want you to know that the world is better that you are here. Boy.
Thank you. Good night.